And now that we know the concept of MedLove, the hostess and the founder of MedLove, Ms. Surabhi Kanal, will interview her very first guest on her premiere segment of MedLove. Let's meet Ms. Surabhi with her prominent guest.
This is MedLove with your monthly talks on human trafficking awareness and service. Welcome to all of you in the United States and around the world. I'm your hostess, Surabhi Kanal. Today on the show, we have a very special guest, Miss Runner-Up DC America 2014 and last year's Miss Virginia 2016, Miss Bota. Welcome to MedLove, Miss Bota. So glad you could join us.
Thank you so much for having me today.
As we get started, would you like to share about how you encountered MedLove and its service?
Absolutely. I met the founder, Surabhi, at a Lions Club International meeting for teens, Leo's Club International, and I was invited as a guest to come to speak at the MedLove Gala back in December. So it was wonderful.
Thank you. I'm sure you already know MedLove's mission is, just to refresh, the objective is to show and raise awareness for human trafficking and raise funds wherever they are needed for AIDS or HIV. Now, a big part of this deals with victims who have been taken advantage sexually, and now, even though you are not a victim of trafficking, I know you have a story to share with us. So, if you would like to start.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I think it's amazing the work that you're doing, creating awareness for this terrible problem that we have worldwide, as well as in our own country. And it's awful to be a victim of sexual assault or any kind of sexual violation. I was a victim of, I was date raped when I was a teenager, so I was sexually assaulted. And it does have a lifelong impact on someone. I still suffer with PTSD. I've been treated and continue to get treatment for it. But I think the work that you're doing is great. And, you know, I was violated, so I understand what that feels like, which is awful.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. What was your initial reaction after you realized what had happened, and did you inform your parents and get help right away, or how was your first reaction?
Well, my first reaction was confusion because he forced himself on me, so I felt like I did something to cause this. So I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't tell anyone about it. I've only been treated for it past 5 years. I kept it to myself, didn't report it, and suffered with feelings of shame and guilt. And you know, I think that's the most important thing, is that someone reports it immediately, but it doesn't always work that way. So.
You are quite an exemplar for our community, especially girls worldwide that deal with any kind of assault or a situation of inferiority. Now, after encountering these situations, what tips can you give to the boys and girls out worldwide that look up to women like you?
Well, I think the first part of my healing was being able to talk about it. Once you're able to talk about it, you start to understand it a lot better. So I think the first thing is, if someone's ever been a victim of this type of situation, is to talk about it, to be open about it. I also have a lot of spirituality, so I prayed for it, and it helped me gain the strength to be able to talk about it. And so I just think that it's important for people to not feel bad about themselves and to understand that you can overcome any adversity that you have. So I hope to inspire people. I hope to especially inspire young people that they can overcome these things and feel great and be not only a survivor, but a thriver, I like to call it. So I thrive and I help others. So.
As well as your thriving and service, I know you work with the Foundation Fighting Blindness. Would you like to say a few points about that?
Yes, absolutely. Back in 2014, I was diagnosed with a rare form of glaucoma and almost lost my own vision. So the Foundation Fighting Blindness, the president of the Northern Virginia chapter, was able to help me find a doctor that successfully treated me. I had surgery, and as a result, I will not lose my sight. I got involved with the foundation as an ambassador back in 2014 as a result, and I've been working with them to also spread awareness, raise money to help cure diseases like this that make people go blind. So,
thank you for all your words of wisdom. Be sure to keep in mind about the Foundation Fighting Blindness and all of the work that Ms. Bota does. She has a vision walk on May 7th May 7th coming up. So stay tuned for next month's episode as we discuss how trafficking occurs in the military. How can departments with the sole purpose of defense and protection have such horrific things happening during the cracks? So don't forget to spread love, tell a joke, and keep your head up high. This is your hostess, Sarabi Kanal, signing off.